Hello, friends. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. How has life been treating you? How has the year 2026 been so far? So, today I want to actually talk about, something that I have actually personally dealt with. And I know that we all deal with it every day of our lives in different ways. And you may be asking, what is that exactly? Doubts. Yes. Today I want to talk to us about giving up the doubts. And I know that a lot of times we've been through things that hurt, things that our hopes have been dashed over, things that, we really believed for and it didn't happen. We put our trust in people. We were in relationships with people and we thought, oh, this is how this relationship was going to go. And then something happened along the way and your hopes were dashed. And then you resolve never to trust again, never to have faith in anyone again. And then you build up walls, and then it affects your relationships, it affects who you are, it affects the way you approach life. On the face of it, I say that, we really can't blame you for taking that kind of decision. There's a scripture that says, hope deferred makes the heart sick. And I remember when I was younger and I used to read that scripture and I used to say, yes. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. If you're hoping for something and it keeps getting dashed over and over and over again, definitely the end of it will be feeling sick, really, literally in your body. Begin to feel like there's no reason to hope anymore, no reason to put myself out there. But we know that we can't live life just sitting on the sidelines, because that's what it will mean if we stop having faith in anything or in anyone. We can't go through life sitting on the sidelines. And so I'm here to encourage us today to give up the doubts. I once had a client who her hopes had been dashed by her father. She didn't have a father growing up, more or less. And then she never had a father figure. And so even relating to God was difficult for her because she just couldn't relate. It was like all these things that they say about God, how is it even possible? I mean, all the men in my life, my father, uncles, brothers, guys that I've dated, they always find one way or the other to kill the faith that was in her. And so she just resolved that, look, forget it. Men cannot be trusted. It's not worth it having a relationship with a guy. And it's also possible for the same thing to have happened to a guy who maybe the mother left him when he was a child and aunties have dashed his hopes. Sisters have been cruel to him growing up. And then he got into an age where he started getting into relationships and same thing, he started experiencing these heartbreaks and dashing of hopes and killing of his faith. And so he just resolved and said, I can't do this. But I'm here to tell you, my friend, there's healing on the other side of that pain. There's healing on the other side of that trauma. And we have to be able to trust that we can heal and become better. Because again, we can't live life on the sidelines. We want to be able to live life to the fullest. We want to be able to live life as wholesome people. And part of being wholesome is going through healing. And part of going through healing is being able to face some of these quote unquote demons and let go of them and give them up. And let go of the doubts. And as I speak, I know some of you might be saying, but Yomi, how do I do this? How do I give up the doubts? How do I give up years of pain, disappointed over and over again? And all I know is in every situation where I'm faced with being in a relationship or anybody wants to make a promise, my default setting is to doubt whatever that person is saying. Some of you might be able to pray this out and God fills you with a heart of faith, or some of you might need hand holding. So say, I got you. Let's walk through this. Let's walk through the pain. Let's walk through that trauma. Let's walk through those experiences that you had. Because first and foremost, you're no longer there. And you can be in a better place. You can be in a place where you begin to trust again, where you begin to have faith again, where you begin to have faith in life, where you begin to have faith in people, where you begin to have faith in relationship, you begin to have faith in marriage, you begin to have faith in God. But it all starts from looking at those traumas, looking at those pains, looking at those hurts, looking at those situations that got you to this place and saying, you know what, I'm letting you go. I think you've done enough. You bid your time now. You stayed here for too long. Now I want to be whole. Now I want to be free. Now I want to let it go. And I'm here for you. I'm always here for you, to walk you through that process, to hold your hand through that process, to let go of that hurt, to let go of that trauma, to let go of that pain. No matter how deep it is, you can heal from it. We can heal from it. So reach out to me today. Let's talk. Let's heal. And let's be whole. It's me, your friend, Moduni. I honor you and I love you. Bye for now.